It's a poison. That doesn't help the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks. I got to admit, I'm in a different kind of mood today. I'm cranked up. I'm ready to go. I want to get this ball kicked off in the air, and I want to get it going. I'm ready to do it. I'm sick of all the online garbage about Notre Dame. I'm sick of all the drama. I'm sick of all of this stuff. Just go play winning football. Go play winning football. But man, I woke up in a mood. And that was before I even checked my Twitter mentions. Like, I am ready to get this thing going. It is, and here's what it is, you guys. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us on a Friday. A very, very important Friday. Like this is, here's what it is. I was thinking all morning about why I'm so worked up. It's because you're close, right? Like, I was really thinking all morning why I'm grinding my teeth walking around the house mad. It's because you're close. Okay, that's it. Like you went from the 0-2 hole, starting to dig out of it, 1 week at a time, collecting a win, digging out of that hole, whatever. We're bad this year, everything, digging out of that hole. And you did it all the way. And you looked at these little road maps, these little traps, right? Like Arkansas, the road's tricky. You don't know what you're going to get out of your defense. You survived it. Then you start looking at if you could just get past USC and get to that bye week, then you get past it. Then Navy's a very unique test. And then everyone had Pitt circled. Everyone had Pitt circled because you know what this was shaping up to potentially be. And sure enough, here it is. Here it is. And that is the aspect of this that is getting me worked up today. It's that you're close. Now, I am not going to disrespect Syracuse. I'm not going to disrespect Stanford. I'm not going to do that. But everybody here knows what I'm saying when it's like, this is your last big hurdle to 10-2. If you lose to Syracuse and Stanford, if you win this one, then you don't deserve to be in the playoff anyways. But respectfully, you all know what I mean when I say it's all about tomorrow. It's all about tomorrow. Yeah, I want to know that. I want to know your guys' score predictions. I want to know your keys to the game. But this is it. This is it. And that all morning I was thinking about getting the kid on the bus. I'm standing there just looking up at the sky at the bus stop, all pissed off. And I'm wondering why. It's because you're close. And this stupid Narduzzi is in the way. And we're going to go over it. I don't care what he says in the presser. He's pulling a Lou Holtz. He hates Notre Dame with every fiber of his being, and he's going to have them ready to play. He's going to have them. Yeah, Narduzzi doesn't care about this game. Why should I? Conundrum. That's a good one. Don't fall for it. I think that's one of those things where that guy says to the media all the right things, gives Notre Dame the praise and all this stuff. And then 2 minutes later, he goes in the locker room and says, we're going to go beat these MFers. F this, F Notre Dame. I'm telling you. So I don't buy into any of that stuff at all. They are going to be ready. I don't care. Oh, we can lose this game 100-0, and then we win the ACC games, and then we're all good to go. I'm not buying any of this BS. They're going to be ready to play, and you better match it. And I think they're going to, because they know what's on the line. There's no chance this Notre Dame team sleepwalks into this moment. I refuse to believe it. No way. So I have no doubt Pitt's going to be ready. But you know what? Our boys are going to be ready too. And there's a reason you're what? An 11.5, 12.5 point favorite, depending on where you look. Normally, welcome in, everybody. We got a few people waiting to jump on already. Here we go. I'm going to put the link in the description again. Join me. I want to know your thoughts. 717, I thought I saw you pop up. You popped up. Looks like a new person. Jump back on. Hit the link and give me the kitchen sink. Let me know the reality here. Dump it on me. Give it to me. But I'm worked up today because it's that you're close. It's that you could see the light at that 10-2 tunnel. You could see that light coming through the door. You got to go in there and grab it. So I respect Pitt. They've had a good year. We did the Patreon preview with Jack Sullivan, who's watched every Pitt game 5 times over. There's a lot of things they're doing right. There you are, 717, Nep, 415, Renee, all the regulars. You're coming on. I respect Pitt's little run that they're on here and everything. I'm telling you, though, this young quarterback that's feeling himself, he hasn't faced the defense with Notre Dame's athletes. He hasn't faced the defense with Notre Dame's athletes. Good job. You poured it on Stanford and all this stuff. It's not Notre Dame's athletes. I want Notre Dame to use that kid's confidence against him tomorrow. Here's the other part of this. I didn't even get through the introduction. I don't care. This is such a big day. The other thing is, you have game day and all that. But you got Notre Dame in that noon window. It is, if you look at it, it is the biggest, most important game in that noon window. It's not often that you say a Notre Dame game in that 11-12 window, depending on where you're at, 9 a.m. if you're in California, hanging 10 with Chad. Hey, dude, let's hit the surf. Whatever the phrase is. Let's hit the surf. Does anybody say that? Let's hit the tasty waves, bro. Tubular. Whatever. It's rare that a game in that window is getting all the attention because there's a lot of games stuck in that window. Everybody in America is tuning in at 11 a.m. my time, and 95% of them are rooting for Notre Dame to fail to open up a playoff spot for everybody else in one of these magical Power 4 conferences that I'm just supposed to bow down to every day my stupid life. I ain't doing it. I don't care about your stupid conferences. I don't care about any of that. Go win the football game. Go win the football game. And here's the other part. Here's the other part. Any win tomorrow is going to be a great win. Like, this is one of those games that's just like USC, where I came in here and I said, the most important thing is you got to get a win. The win is the most important thing. Any win is a great day for Notre Dame tomorrow. Man, I'm telling you what, if you could get a little margin in there and win it by a little bit of a padding there, that helps your chances of trying to make that committee think about bumping Notre Dame up to maybe a hosting seed. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, and there's a lot of games to play with teams in front and behind you, and I know, John, you ain't a bracket genius. This team can win, and that team can win, and Notre Dame's screwed, and all this stuff, whatever. Any win's going to be a great win tomorrow. If you can pad up some margin there, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Matt. God, Matt, you're so right. Not all Californians are like Chad. Some of us are the real deal. We own Southern California. Matt, it's good. Yeah, I feel bad. My Notre Dame people in California are taking some strays here as I'm going off on the California lifestyle, which, by the way, all the rumors are Lincoln Riley doesn't like. Why am I hearing Lincoln Riley's name for SEC jobs? I keep hearing he's not a big fan of the LA lifestyle and he wants out. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but I keep seeing these reports that he's not happy in LA. So I don't know what to make of it, but I got to give Matty B credit. Him and all of his people that came from California and co-hosted that tailgate with me for USC. They're a good group of people, real Notre Dame people. And I like that we run LA, and I like knowing we have all these people out there supporting us. We need it, coast to coast, all over, man, all over. So I Matty B, I'm sorry, you guys took some strays. California living, baby. So everyone in America is watching to see Notre Dame lose this game. They are mad. They're furious. They hate us. They're coming at us from every angle. I love that kind of pressure where Notre Dame could just piss off everyone by just winning a football game. It's so beautiful. So I love all of this. I'm excited as could be. This is a big one. Here's the other thing, too. I said it earlier in the week. I'm going to say it now. Then I'll do the introduction, shut up, and give it to you guys. There's a bunch of you waiting. I have no concerns about that 12 o'clock window. I actually think it might help Notre Dame. I've gotten a bunch of direct messages and emails saying, do you have any fear they're going to be a little sleepy or whatever? I don't. And I am not worried about the crowd or whatever. You're in an NFL building. Aren't you in an NFL building for this? Tell me if I'm wrong. You're going to have a lot of Notre Dame people in the Northeast that are going to be there. I'm not worried about that environment. They don't have 10 hours to drink and get all rowdy. Just kick the damn ball off and let's get this thing going. And we can all move on with our day. And what I want to happen is I want that 11 a.m. window. I want that 11 a.m. window game to put a bad taste in everybody else's mouth for the rest of the afternoon. I want everyone to have their day pissed off because Notre Dame won and they can't handle it. All right? You are taking shots from all over the country, everywhere on social media. You name a fan base or an outlet, and they have something against Notre Dame right now. I love it. I love it. The Miami people are running their mouth. The Texas Tech people are running their mouth. The Pitt people are running their mouth. It's awesome. It's exactly what you want to be. Not bad for an irrelevant team that everyone can't keep out of their mouth. So I'm in a rare mood and I'm ready to go. Oh, that's funny, Jay Carr. At least it's not 11 a.m. in Evanston. Hardest place to play, bro. Dude, I used to wake up on Central Street on a game day for Northwestern and look out the street and be like, where are all the people? There's a game in an hour. Like, why? Where are all the people? There's a Big Ten game right across the street in an hour. Where are they? So I don't know, man. So this is a big one. And I really did hammer it down and realized how close we are to pulling off this winning streak and getting back in the playoff. That is what is driving the extra fuel in me. You're just so close, and you got to get over this. It feels like the final hurdle. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to our remaining two opponents, but it does genuinely feel like the last big hurdle. And so I don't know. It's interesting. Mark with glasses said, it's a big game. It's the big game chain. You let the baby spin and the Irish win. You know what I'm talking about? Big game chain, baby. Spinner Rooney, the spinner special. So I don't know, man. It's a big moment. I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. One more thing before I get started here. I don't know if any of you overlap on Notre Dame Reddit or not. From 4 to 6 Central, so 5 to 7 Eastern, your boy here is doing an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. Personal stuff, football stuff, whatever it is, I'm going for it. Trying something new. I'm not a Reddit guy, but they have a really big Notre Dame community. It's r/Notre Dame football. If any of you are on there or want to join, it's free. Hop on, ask questions. We're gonna have some fun on the Reddit. So I don't know, trying something new, reach some different people. So I'm going on there for a couple hours from 4 to 6. You just type the questions in and then I respond to them. Really, really fun thing to do. Hoping to reach a new group of people. If anybody's over there, hop in and ask a funny question or a serious question or whatever. Are you sure you want Omar asking you personal stuff? I don't know if I can answer all that. We'll see how far he goes. Can I type questions? Absolutely. All you got to do is, I think you just create a log account for free, and then you just type in questions. And if you're on the r/Notre Dame football Reddit, you guys all can. And then you'll see the thread right away. It'll pop right up and it'll say, Pat, I'm not obligated to answer every single question. I can skip anything I deem to be inappropriate or across the line. However, yeah, Pat, there's a lot of different places you could go with that I don't want to talk about. I don't even want to think about it. But the thread will pop right up and you just type your questions in and then I go in there live and answer them and we do whatever. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. It'll be fun. And so let's get into this. As always, thanks for being here. You only 16 minutes to get through the beginning of that. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. As always, thanks for being here. You can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. If you are here, Pat, isn't one enough? Isn't one enough? Anyways, I don't even know how to react to that. Now you're getting me distracted. Why do I hate cats? I'm deathly allergic to them. Aside from the fact that they're creepy and they can't be trusted, I'm deathly allergic to them, bro. If you want me to croak, put me in a room with a cat and close the door and my throat will close in 20 minutes. I'll be turning purple, dog. I do it. Even if I wasn't deathly allergic to cats, they are creepy. They are schemers and they cannot be trusted. You can't trust a cat, bro. So that's my opinion on that. Notre Dame on SI, read all about it. Patreon.com/alwaysirish. Link in the description. Join us. We got an all-star team over there. And we're cranking it up. Now we got all the film review up from Navy. We're breaking down Pitt. Jack watched every Pitt game 10 times, and he broke it all down. We got good stuff over there. You guys are unbelievable. So that's what we got going on today. I want to know your keys to the game. I want to know your predictions. I want to know all of that. Okay. Everyone in America is tuning in to see Notre Dame fail. The best thing you could do is piss them all off all day. This team has come too damn far to fall to Narduzzi and Pitt and blow the season. It can't be, and it won't be. They've come too far to let that happen now. Okay. So let's do a couple of these chats and then we'll get into all your calls. This is a good point. Nikki Dean loves to be heard and seen. My only concern is the ACC has told the refs to make their calls to lean towards Pitt, making the game even harder for the boys. I guarantee Swan Dong, Indy's going to get boned with all the ref calls tomorrow. How much do you want to bet? Notre Dame has 0 penalties against Navy, and tomorrow, no matter how clean they play, you're looking at about 12 penalties for 115 yards against Notre Dame. They have pretty much announced that conference. They have it out for Notre Dame, and they're pushing for Miami over Notre Dame with Dad. They have it out for Notre Dame. You got to do the Jimmy Johnson deal. Remember when Jimmy said, if you're going to South Bend, you cannot leave the game in the refs' hands. You need to be winning by enough margin that the refs can't screw you out of this must win. That's the answer. You got to get up by enough. They cannot screw you out of this win. But I am ready for no penalties last week and 10 or 12 this week just because you the refs are. 48-10. Woo! Your boy's going to be excited in the postgame show if that happens. 31-19 Notre Dame. They pull away in the fourth. Nikki Dean loves to be heard and seen. Key to the game. Don't give the refs anything to call against us. They're going to find something anyways. Will the Irish start slow again? I'm telling you, man, how could you possibly be in this position and start slow in this football game? How can you be in the position Notre Dame's in with your playoff life on the line, everybody knowing this is the biggest hurdle remaining, and then you're going to sleepwalk into Pitt? I don't think so. Not so fast, my friend. Before the elder abuse, not so fast, my friend. Sly Fox. I'm feeling good about the game. Blowout City, 38-10. Ooh, baby, you guys are confident. And I like it. Ooh, we get a hold mark to this. If we win by more than 30, I'll do a shoey on the postgame show. Do we get to pick which ones? I want you to drink that beer out of whatever boots you were wearing when you were scuffing up the dance floor at that wedding reception, bro. Who wants an athlete's foot light? Chug it if you got it. What's the spread? I saw 11.5 to 12 points, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Would love to see Indy put it all together and just dominate. They feel like they're trending up. Swan Dong, this is a fair question. This is probably going to surprise some people. I love The Wizard of Oz. I hate all movies. I've only seen like 5 movies. I usually don't like movies where they go to different dimensions and whatever else. I love The Wizard of Oz. I grew up with The Wizard of Oz. It's one of those things that's passed down generationally. I love The Wizard of Oz. I look at the documentaries of how it was made, the technology at the time in 1930, one of the first movies to do color. That was a big deal. Just the witch is Margaret Hamilton is the perfect witch. It's a beautiful movie in a million ways. Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I have my daughter listen to it. Like, I have a soft spot for The Wizard of Oz. I always will. I don't understand this wicked modern stuff. Now you're getting to confuse me with the modern wickeds. I don't understand any of that. But the actual Wizard of Oz, I have a lot of reverence for, and just the history of it and the time it was made, what a big deal that movie was, and the old Judy Garland thing. And I love that movie. Margaret Hamilton was the most perfect person, the only person that could ever do that witch the right way. She had the look, she had the nose, she had the fingers, all of it. The voice. I love The Wizard of Oz. I really do. Just that 1930, they did a good job with that tornado. It blows my mind. 1930, that's a hell of a good tornado in a movie in 1930. Pretty good job. You can notice the little stuff. That lion's tail, there's fishing line on the back of his tail. Somebody in the rafters is moving to make his tail flop around. It was 1930. You didn't have all these modern movie tricks. Somebody literally has a string moving that lion's tail up in the air. It's amazing. It's hilarious. So I do. I love that movie. It's a soft spot for me. And now I'm glad my daughter likes it. That means a lot to me. I like passing it along. Yeah. Tex, I've gotten bombarded with this. We're officially at the point of the season where you can't be an ND fan unless you went there. They're all criticizing, you didn't go there, but your uncle went there and you're a diehard fan. You're not a real fan. Screw all these people. Screw all these people. Just win the game. Just win the game. Mark with glasses. Stinky 175-734-3245-900 is going to call in and tell John to keep his name out of his mouth. Doesn't that guy have enough issues? The last thing Brian Kelly needs to be worried about is my stupid ass in my basement running my mouth about him. I'm actually on his side. Pay the guy the money. If you really add Brian Kelly for cause, you can't blow the whistle after you fire him for losing games. If you got the goods on the guy, that need to come out before, not after. Good morning, ND, Chicago's very own. Good morning, ND Fanatics. Here's my score prediction. ND 38, Pitt 24. Take the Irish, bet the over. Man, I like it. All right, we're going to get to your calls. $5 Paul Meyer. House cats have eyes unlike other big cats, like lizard eyes. I don't like them, bro. They always look like they're scheming. Thanks for the $5 Paul. They always look like they're scheming, and I never trust what they're up to. I don't. I did see that Gruden breakdown with the quarterbacks saying how impressed he is that Notre Dame and Pitt both have young quarterbacks that are playing fantastic football, trending up, and how rare that is. It's pretty awesome. Tex ND says, crazy to say, but I'm actually on BK's side. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like, he's right about this. I don't know. All the super chat stuff is working. I don't know. Sometimes it's tricky, but it's coming through on my end. Paul sent one. I know it's up and running. Weather. I heard it might be a little rainy. And that quarterback has turnover problems for as much good as he's done. Yeah, the flying monkeys are unbelievable too, by the way. The flying monkeys are like one of the funniest parts of that. They just, their faces, and they got them all on those wires and they're flying around. I love it. It's hilarious. This story about they did a casting call for all the munchkins and all that and across the country. And then how they all felt like they belonged because they've never been in a place with 200 people that were all short like them. It's just a pretty cool movie. The Pink Floyd Wizard of Oz thing is cool. I've done that on YouTube as well. That's a fun one, man. And you could indulge in whatever you want to indulge in, and then put on that Pink Floyd Wizard of Oz thing, and the crescendo up and down of the movie follows the album and the up and down. It's pretty cool. I don't think they did it on purpose, and Pink Floyd denies doing it on purpose, but it does line up. I've done it before. It does line up. Yeah, you're saying don't do it sober. If you're going to do that, you need to be on
drugs and alcohol.
That's kind of the only way that it makes sense. So you kind of got to do it that way. I feel like the Tin Man every day I get out of bed. Yeah, oil can. Oil can. Oh, man. All right, let's get into this. I see you guys. If you're on hold, I'm going to you. 717, you're up first. What's going on, bro? Look at that hair. Whoa.
Johnny, what's going on? How are you, my man?
I love the setup. That looks classy.
Thank you, brother.
Look like you're somewhere warm. Where are you at? Looks nice out there.
I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in Philly. So,
ooh, baby.
Yep, that's why I had to call in for the big one. This is it's in-house. I got my best friend, him and his wife are going out. My boss is a Pitt grad. So it has started early. I mean, since halftime of Navy, or maybe even after when J Love broke that run, I've been on to Pitt. So my confidence is growing day by day. I want to see how you feel.
Yeah, man. Do you feel like I do when I say it's like you feel like you're so close? That is where my anxiety is coming from, because you fought so hard from those two losses to get back in position. I don't want to disrespect our final two opponents, but this is the last one that should be able to really test you. That's my anxiety, is knowing we're close. I'm glad the game's at noon. Get this thing kicked off. Get it going. I'm not waiting all day. Get it going. So I absolutely love it. What do you think with the keys to the game? What are you thinking here? What's your gut on this?
Yeah. So, and I think you're right. I think my anxiety, and I thought a lot about this. I'm like you. I'm always kind of stirring, right? And I think my anxiety is because we never really got to show the country what we have in terms of talent. I think last year there was a quiet confidence about us. We knew how talented we were. We went into the playoffs. I was honestly against Georgia. I knew we were going to win that game. I felt confident about it. This year, same thing. I'm like, okay, we're going to be able to show people Miami week 1 what's going on. And obviously that happened. And then, okay, bye week, we'll get into A&M. We're going to have a chance to prove ourselves and show the country how talented we are. Lose by 1. So all year now it's been growing. That's where my anxiety is. Like, I know how much talent this team has. I know how well coached we are. Now we just got to go prove it. But as far as Saturday, I mean, day by day, I was afraid of Pitt. Honestly, their front seven is a lot. But I think if we can have efficiency in the run game, I think that'll open it up at least a little bit for CJ. The one big thing, and I'm a quarterback guy. I love talking quarterbacks, so that's where I wanted to go with this call. I think we need to get back to CJ being on the move a little bit. We need to move the pocket. We need to get him out. And those intermediate throws are going to be open if he's moving in the pocket. So that's where I think we have to go with this.
I like that a lot. When we did the breakdown on Patreon, Jack Sullivan watches all the opponents' games multiple times. Like, I rely on him for that Oppo research. He was saying their secondary's not that good and you could throw on them. Their defensive line, he's saying they're a little undersized. They're not that great, but they have really good linebackers and they crash them downhill all the time. I like that.
Doing a little decorating here.
I like that. This is
Yeah.
festive. I like it a
I
lot.
know. Look at that.
I saw that. I'm like, what are we getting here? I like that a lot. Let's get
Yep.
that Christmas tree going. So I think there's going to be opportunities for Carr to be able to throw the ball on these guys. Their secondary is not that good, but you got to be able to handle the pressure. They have really good linebackers. They're going to crash the line of scrimmage. A lot of their pressure comes from those linebackers. There is a vacated spot there over the middle where those guys are coming. Tight ends. That's the other thing. Tight ends have had a great run against Pitt. I think it's where they're vacating, bringing pressure. There's an open spot. Carr had 3 incompletions in bad weather last week. He should be trending up. I like where this is headed.
You bring up a really good point. I think tight ends, and if we're not able to get the run game going, Price and Love are going to have to be big in the pass game. And exactly, I think maybe it was the first or second drive against Navy. They had us backed up. It was 3rd and long. They were bringing the house. You see CJ walks up, makes a call, and then he hits Love for a little angle route right over the middle, and it was wide open. I think if they're able to do that, that spaces them out. It relieves a little bit of the pressure. And I think the offensive line's been doing a great job as of recent. I mean, we haven't seen a D line like this probably since A&M, but they've done a decent job protecting CJ, especially with all the play action stuff going down the field. If we're able to do that and be a little bit multiple in the pass game and get the running backs involved in a couple different ways, I think we're going to have success. And this will blow your mind. I think 31-17 Notre Dame. I think we make a field goal. I know.
How?
We may bring Rendell out and he may have to drop it and kick it. I don't know what the deal is, but I think we make a field goal. I think we come on late. I think it's probably a closer game at half. And then I think we make some halftime adjustments and run away with it in the second half. But confidence is growing day by day, Johnny. We just got to get there and do it.
Yeah, it does. It feels like you're trending up, and I believe this team is focused and ready, and they're letting all of us fight the trolls on social media and deal with all the Notre Dame hate. I feel like the team is locked in, focused. They know the mission. You're out that way. You're in Pitt country. Tell me, what is the thought with this young quarterback? Did they just think this guy's never going to lose a game and he's just going to be perfect, like 5-game winning streak? Like they turned it on offensively once they made the switch to him. Like, what's the dynamic there? Because my plan is I want Notre Dame to use his confidence against him. He's young. He's feeling it. Whatever. You have it. Those ACC defenses are not Notre Dame's athletes, and I want Notre Dame to take advantage. What is your take about Heinzel?
Yeah, so here's a really interesting take. So if you remember last year, they had Eli Holstein come onto the scene, Alabama transfer. He was able to kind of take over halfway through the year as a freshman and really just go on a run, go on a tear. But then the other shoe dropped and they got figured out and they ended up losing. I don't know if they lost their last 4 or 5. So Holstein all summer, all spring, I'm hearing Holstein. He's coming for Notre Dame. All my Pitt friends are like, Holstein's going to be a guy. He's going to be in the Heisman race. Well, they lose those 2 games. They get this new freshman in. So now every year they're recycling freshmen that are seemingly all-American freshmen. And he's playing well, but I think we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Defensive coordinators are going to figure him out. We have a couple weeks of film on him now, seeing multiple defenses. He's not going to surprise anybody. I think that plays in our favor. He's got a lot of confidence, and he puts the ball in harm's way. They don't protect him well, but I think the Pitt fans are a little nervous that other shoe's going to drop. Defensive coordinators are going to figure him out, and I think we'll have some success, especially with – I love Tate on the back end. Yeah. I mean, what do you say? He's long, strong, likes to get the friction on. Like he's playing well, and he comes down aggressive, but he is – I mean, hands are flying everywhere. The windows are small. I love it.
For as good as Heinzel's been, and they won these games, and they're averaging near 40 points a game in that 5-game window, he's had turnover issues. He has put the ball in harm's way, and he's got some fumbles. The other thing that the Oppo research showed, he holds onto the ball a long time, and he likes to create. He holds onto the ball back there longer than you normally see, moving a little to find somebody open or whatever. He holds onto that ball. That could be dangerous against an athletic defense like Notre Dame's. I need you to speed that guy's clock up, pressure that guy, speed him up, make him put the ball in harm's way. Now, his wheeling and dealing and all that, he's going to hit some, but he's going to throw you some too. And you got to make sure you get 2 hands on that damn thing when he gives you a chance.
Yeah, and it's a lacrosse term, right? When somebody comes on and they sub it on and off, but the same could be said for Bubakar. Bubakar's got fresh legs. He's
Yep.
coming off a week off. He almost had his own bye week. He's going to be ready to go.
Yep.
If we can switch gears for a second, I have an idea I wanted to throw at you for the short yardage mishaps that we've had. And a lot of people have said bring Kenny in as a package. I think that could be a fix, but I think you get a little bit predictable as if we're not already, but I think you get a little predictable if you bring Kenny in.
Hmm.
I think they try and implement, and it's probably too late in the season to do this now, but maybe if we get in the playoffs, surprise some people, is implement a wing T with the amount of really good running backs we have and the misdirection. It doesn't take an overpowering offensive line to run a wing T style, but if you have Love, Price, and Aeneas all on the field at the same times with motion, misdirection, you can run some waggle action off of it. I think it's just a multiple look where it can confuse some teams, almost take a little page out of Navy's playbook. And I think that would at least show defenses something different rather than being in the pistol and just handing it off.
Yeah. Well, you know what it makes me think of is I had this thought last night. If there is anything Denbrock or special teams has in their pocket
Mhm.
left, this is the game to use it if you need it, right? Because like the playoffs, a different animal. But if you have any little wrinkle you have not pulled out yet, and you look at the remaining 3 games to make the playoff, if you need it, tomorrow is the day to do it. Whether it's something new in special teams or something down on the goal line or on a 4th down play, doing something we haven't done, motion one way, the play goes the other, anything tricky. If you have any of that, tomorrow
Well,
might be the day.
I agree. And I think that's why we need this game more than Pitt does. And Pitt's coach even said it. Narduzzi came out and said that they don't need to win. I think we're going to pull out all the stops, right? 4th down plays. You said it best. Do you think that there's an instance, and this could be a Narduzzi play, that if they're down 14 at half, you think he calls off the dogs and gets people ready for, rests some of his starters for Georgia Tech and Miami?
Man, I just want to be in that position. I want to
I
be
would
in
love
that
to be.
position.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to take any win is a huge win
Mhm.
tomorrow. But if you have any margin at all in a win, that is cherry on top. And then we have a great rest of the afternoon and night looking at all these teams we want to win and lose and whatever. I'm ready for this. And I
Mhm.
gotta believe this team, it feels to me like they are focused and they know what is on the line. I think they're gonna come to eat. I think
Mhm.
they're going to be ready. That quarterback is going to make some plays, but he's going to throw you the ball sometimes too. And I think pressure is key. You cannot just sit back and let this kid wheel and deal. You're going to have to bring some guys, speed that guy up, man. Anything else? People are digging this. WNDU 16 needs to get this guy a contract. I mean, you got the best hair in the game. I mean, people are loving it. What a first performance. This is
I
amazing.
I
They want
appreciate
you
it, my
to take
man.
over my job so they can hear your voice and look at your face instead of me.
Man,
Son of
that
a
means a
punk.
lot. No, that's hey, we can get something going. I would love that. I would love that. But I'm on the Patreon. Absolutely incredible over there. Just want to plug that. I mean, if you haven't gone on there, the information is incredible. It is a safe space just to go on during the game and just let it rip rather than going on Twitter too.
Yeah.
Which I know my group chats are probably thankful of that because I have Pitt fans, Penn State fans. I got some Mizzou guys. Like we're all over the place, but I could take all my Notre Dame stuff into the Patreon. It's a fantastic group. So really appreciate all you do, John.
Man, I really appreciate it. This was
Mm.
a really, really good call. Everybody's saying audio only is not an option for this guy. So, hey, man, I think you and Sam Hartman,
Mm.
you could get matching just for men deals for your hair. I don't know.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Hey,
it's funny. When I was out in Notre Dame last, I was actually trying to pose as Ian Book's brother to get into some parties. So it's I
yeah.
tried it out once or twice, but yeah, no, that's funny.
That's fantastic. Hey,
Mhm.
thanks for being a part of everything. I really appreciate you joining. And man, people really liked it. You got to join again, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Enjoy the
Yeah,
game, brother.
Irish by a billion. Let's go, baby.
Ooh, I like it. That's a good looking man, damn it. That's a good looking man. I was distracted by that airline, to tell you the truth. Somebody said, oh, John doesn't have technical knowledge. This guy wants to run the wing T and John's worried about a trick play. I'm sorry, man. It just made me think of it. Like, I'm sorry. Whatever. If you listen, I'll tell you this. If you want someone to speak to you in a monotone tone about the X's and O's, there's 90 other places you could go to do that and get the hell off my show. Let me do what I want to do the way I want to do it. And if you don't like that, go somewhere else and they will talk to you monotone about all the X's and O's till you fall asleep. See if I care. I'm going to say what I want to say. How about that? Welcome to the show, CNEP. Good morning.
Yo, what's going on, guys? How we doing today?
Fantastic. Oh, by the way, I see all the super chats. I will read them and address them after this call. Thank you very much. Dude, you could feel the energy. This is a different Friday, man. You know, people can tell that you're close, and I'm feeling that the edge to it is, I love it. That's what we live for. That vibe. It's fueling me today. What do you think?
Dude. That's what I was saying Monday. Like, we knew the ramp up was going to be what it is, and here we are. And like you said earlier, kick that ball off into there and let's play some freaking football. That's what I want.
Yeah, dude, let's get it going, man. And again, look at what's with the hair on these collars? That beard looks like it's perfectly trimmed, bro. You guys are looking good on this show. By the way, nice sweatshirt. Nice sweatshirt.
Hey, had to represent. Had to represent, man. Who's your daddy?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Let's
go,
fantastic.
man.
So what's on your mind here? For me, knowing we're this close is ramping up the anxiety. Notre Dame's a more well-rounded team, deeper. They should win the football game, but you need to go make the plays. This is a game where if Notre Dame messes around, you could lose to Pitt. Like, I'm giving them that respect. If you mess around here, you could lose to Pitt. So there's a reason Notre Dame is the favorite they are. If you mess around or sleepwalk or do dumb crap and let the refs get after you, you could be in a problem. What do you make of it?
Yeah, you just don't put yourself in that position. You come out, you start fast. That's what Freeman said last week, because against Boston College, you didn't start fast and you didn't really finish. Well, you finished fast with that J-Love run, but ultimately you wanted to play faster than what you did that game. So his emphasis going into that Navy game was play fast from the beginning. So bring that same mentality, hone into that energy, and play that same way. That's what we do, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
This is interesting. Joshua Finn, Pitt blitzes their backers over 45% of the time. Reardon is the weapon. Absolutely. Like, that is what all the research showed. They do. They have really good linebackers. That is the strength of their defense. It isn't really the front and it isn't really the secondary. They're going to bring those guys. Carr recognizing some of this is going to be a key as well. It's an underrated part of his game, him making checks at the line, having an idea of who's coming from where. That's easy to overlook, the pre-snap stuff, but it's really important that he's able to recognize tight ends have eaten against Pitt. There's going to be a vacated spot where that pressure's coming from. I think Stanford's tight ends the other day at over 100 yards. It's going to be there, and I need it.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. And I'd like to see with the linebackers, they want to blitz so much, you send J-Love out into the slot and let him burn those linebackers on quick slants over like that same play, but don't have him in the backfield. Get him out into the slot so he's right on the line of scrimmage, And then credit to the last caller, specifically in the red zone, maybe 3 running backs, but I think 2. Because you look at some of the plays that Denbrox ran with CJ Carr in the red zone, he's had a couple, pulls and he takes them, right? He did it against Miami. He did it against, a couple other teams. But if you can put, 2 backs next to CJ, I mean, the defense is thinking the ball could go 3 different ways. I think that could be really an advantage to the offense in the red zone specifically, but
yeah, it's no penalties this week. Let's keep it consistent. Well, tell that to the ACC refs that have the conference has already admitted that they don't want Notre Dame to be in, and they're already against you. So, like, you could try your best. But I think they're going to get you. You need to have enough margin that doesn't cost you the game. And so this is just. And here's the other thing. This is going to come off disrespectful. It is, but I don't know how else.
Let it rip, man. This is what we do.
I don't know how else to get this out. For Notre Dame to come all this way from 2 losses and where we were to on the verge of earning a playoff spot.
Yep.
The concept that this 18-year-old with 5 starts is going to carve Notre Dame up and ruin their season is hard for me to accept. That guy just 18 years old, 5 starts, didn't even win the job in the summer, whatever, and then he's in here, and now it's all going great. The idea that guy's going to end Notre Dame's season is something I'm having trouble wrapping my mind around. I refuse to accept Notre Dame's going to let that happen. And I respect that the kid's hot. I'm happy for him. He's got his shot and he's playing well. But I'm sorry, man. I refuse to accept the notion that Notre Dame's season's going to end at the hands of that guy. Come on, man.
Yeah. And then, I mean, nobody wants to talk about CJ and how good he's playing. The dude was throwing 45-yard darts in the freaking sleet and snow last week. I mean, come on, give the guy some credit here. And yeah, he's getting some recognition, mostly by, fans and, other fans that actually watch football, because I could talk about that all day. These opinions of people that don't even watch games and they think they have all the credits to talk about college football. It's mind-boggling, but that's for another day. But for CJ's Carr, I mean, dude, he's playing some damn good football. And like you said, to his reads, the dude's making reads that maybe the top quarterbacks that in the country might not do the same reads. Maybe not. They might not see the same thing that he does. And he's making, you could say, pro-style changes, checks, all that type of stuff in the middle of these big games.
Yeah, and you know what else? Denbrock has always been known. I know we all have issues with the short yardage and the red zone stuff.
Yeah.
But Denbrock has been known for being a mismatch maker, right? Like he came in, he has been known, his reputation is finding mismatches where his team could take advantage. I believe he's having fun putting this together, looking at the tendencies, looking at the pressure that they bring, and how often, almost 50% of the time, they're bringing some pressure. He is looking at that and going, if they're doing this, boom, we have that. And if they're doing that, we have this. I think this is the kind of moment where Denbrock's brain could shine because he's a mismatch guy, and there's going to be opportunities there with the defense that's going to bring pressure nearly half the time. Let's go.
100%. Because, they have some decent linebackers, but I've heard their secondary is kind of suspect. So in the film that I've went and watched, it's true. So we can take advantage of it. It's going to be a really tough game for Pitt, and they can have confidence. And, well, maybe they don't. Maybe their players saw what their coach said and was like, that's pretty interesting. Maybe, and, like you're saying, the placebo effect. He was trying to say one thing in front of the media, and then go to his team and say, something else, which I'm sure that's what he's trying to play that game. But
when it comes to that,
Don't let the media tell you how to think and feel.
I had to, dude. I had to.
It's spot on, dude. It's perfect. It's literally perfect.
Yeah.
But man, he wanted to try to fuel the fire for his team by saying that. You don't think our team and some of the players on our team have seen that? Come on.
Yeah, it's just, you know what else I would do, man? This is the kind of weird stuff I think about because my brain is dysfunctional. There's got to be somebody on this Notre Dame public relations social media team. Bro, I would be going on Twitter and all these different shows and clipping every single person that's taking shots at Notre Dame for all the different reasons they are. And I would have somebody in that social media taking all those clips, putting them together in a package and having them running in the goog about everybody crapping on Notre Dame, crapping on our fans, crapping on this team, crapping on their record, shitting on independence, all of it. And I would play it over and over.
Yep. On replay. Yep. Same, bro. I would do the same exact thing. I feel the same exact way, bro.
This is a
I really
big one,
do.
dude. I'm feeling it. I'm all worked
Let's go,
up
man.
today, man. I woke up and I was just like in one of those moods. I'm ready to go. So what's the plan for tomorrow? The family going to get together, drink a couple cold ones for breakfast? What's the move for the game?
Well, Tyler, my brother, he's Irish Football Pod in the chat. I don't know if he's been in the chat. He's actually in Boston right now. He went up with his fiance to explore the Boston city because they've never been there. So that's where they're at right now.
Cool.
But I'll have mom and dad here, and we'll have a couple of the friends over that definitely are diehard Irish fans.
Oh man. And you know what else too? Like, I don't want to get ahead of myself. If Notre Dame wins, tomorrow's going to be fantastic because you have all
Oh,
that afternoon and the night games that all are relevant to us
I
of
love
who
it.
you want to win or lose or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's one of those weeks where you want the early game as long as you win. And if
Right.
you lose, then you just want to die anyway. So you're like, what's it all for? Right.
It's just win. Just win the
Yeah.
game. Just win the game. That's where I'm at. I just want to real quick. I'll give a quick glance of the whole bar if you don't mind, because I
Let's see
just
it.
wanted to, give you guys a little, shout out.
Ooh,
Always
I like
repping.
that.
We
That's
got
good
the koozies
marketing.
ready.
That's some
You
good
know,
promo.
you already know.
Ooh, I like it.
You already know.
What a great setup, bro.
There we go, fam. So if anybody's ever in the area, Central Florida, hit us up.
That's fantastic, man. Always Irish road trip live from that bar. I like that.
Just wanted to give a quick shout out to you and your family, man. Just appreciate everything you've done for this, entire Notre Dame nation. And you're a legend, John. Want to give a quick shout out to Rodney, you, Renee, everybody we've met at the tailgate, man. It's such a cool community, man.
I really appreciate that, dude. It's been great meeting so many new people and just kind of, if my little role here is to connect all of us together, then I've done my part. I'm happy to do it. I love this, and I hope we get to continue this into a playoff push and have that little window
Yes,
in
sir.
between to build it up. I hope that we get that runway again here at the end of the year. But you guys are fantastic. Thanks to you and your family for always supporting the show and coming to the events. And really good setup. You guys are doing a good job when you're on a video of making it look presentable. Good job, man. Have a
Always
good
repping.
Friday, bro.
Yeah, man. Go Irish.
Take care. Man, you guys are fantastic. This is getting pretty fancy around here. Let me do some of these super chats, then we'll go right back to the callers. This is, you guys are great. This is, whew, man, a lot of energy today. I'm feeling it. Anders says, maybe LSU thinks they have something on Kelly. Perhaps, but the issue is the timing. Having something on Kelly's different than proving the timing of all this. You can't fire the guy and then say it's because you don't win enough games, then later retroactively say, just kidding, it's for cause. If it was for cause and it was that big of a deal, you should have blew the whistle on it while he was still coaching, not when he just lost a lot of games. That makes LSU look like they were fine with whatever Kelly was doing as long as he was winning. I think they just need to pay the man. I'm with Kelly on this one. Pay the man so he could go golf. Pill knee, $10 holler. Narduzzi's reverse psychology is a trap and a Trojan horse for Notre Dame. Hopefully, Indy's ready. 100%. The second that whole thing happened with him in that presser, I was going, this is absolute BS. He's saying that, then going to his guys and going, we're kicking the bleep out of these guys. I'm not buying it. Also, here's the other thing. Who cares what Narduzzi says one way or another anyways? The guy is a Notre Dame hater. $14 holler, Dr. John. If the Irish win, special production from Livingston, Montana, coming your way. Let's get it done. I like that. I like that. $2 holler for the Bobo. Narduzzi represents the Lullaby League. Going back to the Wizard of Oz. I'm going to say this. Where were we? We were in Myrtle Beach. And they had like one of those autograph, like it was a big shop, outdoor shopping thing with food and places to eat and shop. And they have an autograph place. And their thing is every day of the week, they have different people signing autographs live. And it's sports, music, a little bit of everything. And I'm not kidding you. They had all three guys from the Lollipop Kids. They had all three of them there. They were like 90 years old. They all had their little wives with them. It was hilarious. And they had them sitting on tables, and they had the picture of which Lollipop Kid they were in the movie. And they each had their little wife with them. It was hilarious. Their faces looked the same. They were just 80 years older. It was hilarious. I like the Wizard of Oz. Give me a break. $10 holler pilling. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Get your puke bag ready for all the game day Pitt love and Tony Dorsett, Dan Marino highlights. Don't watch it. You don't have to deal with it. How about that? Go out for a nice, relaxing breakfast with the family. Come back about 11:15. $10 holler from the Pilney. Need a Hurdle Eisman moment for J Love and a Price run back to the house. Ooh, I like that a lot. Pilney, $10 holler again. My man's dropping the cash flow. The passing game will have to come first. Crack open the run game versus Pitt. It won't be the other way around. The evidence does suggest that. They are very stout number-wise against the run, especially because they bring all that pressure from the next level to fill all those gaps they could be thrown on. So if you have to throw to open up the pass, go ahead and let Carr beat your ass. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. Liam, always Irish needs a flag would be great backdrops. I've got a couple flags, but where I got them made, it was very expensive. I think it's overpriced, but I needed a couple durable ones to fly. I got to find a way to make them more affordable. I think they're overpriced, and I don't want to put that on you guys. $10 Sully. Narducci and his Pitt Cats need to go down by 100. The Irish need to grant him this wish. Man, I want this one. Everybody's tuning in to see you lose. Everybody is tuning in to see you lose. $2 from the Skater. I'm angry about my back strain. Needs to heal soon. What do you think I am, a teledoc or whatever? I don't know how I can help you. I don't know what I could do. Oh, man. Luke, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Just kidding. Where'd you go, Luke? Pull yourself back up. And you even had a picture with me in it in your avatar. Where the hell did you go? Oh, God, that's funny. Mark with glasses, welcome. Good morning. I got Chicago's very own Adam. You're coming up. What's up, Mark?
Oh, not a whole lot. Everyone's got fancy setups, and I'm sitting here with my lazy-ass dog on the couch.
Dude, that dog doesn't even look real. Is it alive?
Yeah, she's moving. I want to talk about CJ Carr real quick.
Okay.
And every time he comes up on Monday Night Raw, I feel like I got to run down the aisle with my steel folding chair and jump into the ring, and I'm prepared. I'm watching what is said about him, and I think some of that's like the kind of perceived narrative that I think took place previous. I think in recent weeks it's been more cleared up, specifically Monday with and obviously I'm not saying he's shouldn't be criticized or anything like that, but and I criticize shit all the time. We just watched a TV series called Black Rabbit on Netflix, and it was so bad, I created a Rotten Tomatoes account just to leave a bad review of it. So it's not that at all, but what I want to talk about is looking at my Post-it notes. Like this offense, 7th in scoring, 9th in total yards, 2nd yards per play, Carr's 3rd pass efficiency, 10th in QBR. And I want to talk about the previous 3 big games, because that's kind of the reference point, and I think the little bit of cause of concern, which I don't see at all. But his worst game, the USC game, he only had 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, but we ran for 300 yards and had to return, kick for a touchdown. So, and what's his face for Ohio State, saying, best quarterback in the country. What do you have against Texas? 125 yards. He didn't light it up. And everyone's kind of looking at that USC game to kind of like discredit Carr. And then the Miami game, he's down 24-7, ties it up at the end of the game, 75-yard drive. All those yards are his, including running it in to tie it up. The defense blows it. A&M throws for almost 300 yards, leads them back in the 4th quarter to take the lead, but the defense blows it with 13 seconds left. It's like there's 3 instances In the 2 losses, 514 yards, 4 total touchdowns. And I think it's disingenuous to say he didn't play well enough to win those games. And I think like the full context is needed for that. The dude's a dog. And I know I don't want to put my foot in my mouth any further, but everyone's entitled to their opinions. I get it. But CJ Carr's our quarterback until he leaves for the NFL. So, and then with this short yardage talk, if we have to resort to switching quarterbacks, like what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, you got to figure. Man, by this point in the year, you would think you would have it figured out, wouldn't you?
I mean, and then we're 12th in the country yards per rush. And we're resorting to taking one of our best players off the field to put our backup quarterback in the game. Like, I don't understand why everything's so complicated. Spread them out, run the damn ball. I think everything Denbrock has a little bit where he makes everything harder than it has to be. So my Pitt preview, I think we win comfortably. The defense has been keeping teams out of the end zone. We've only allowed 7 touchdowns the last 6 games. We're 15th in scoring defense, 6th in the country in scoring margin. I think Carr and Love are going to have big days. I got them 45-17. I have Texas losing at Georgia, Oklahoma losing in Alabama. So we're going to start up the home playoff game talk. I just been rambling. And on my way out, I know you're a close buddy of Jack Sacco, but his audiobook came out Tuesday.
Yep.
Same week as Veterans Day. Great get. I already listened to it. But it's right around the holidays. You can get the audiobook. I finished it in 2 days. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it's
but,
man, Jack really is the most interesting man in Notre Dame land. He knows everyone. It's unbelievable the life that guy lives. Everybody support Jack Sacco. Always Irish, Notre Damer to the core.
Can you see my sign?
I do, but I got to be honest. No one's looking at you. We all think your dog is dead. So no one's been looking at you. That dog has not moved.
There, she's moving. And then on my way out, good luck to Jared Clark tonight, round 1 of the playoffs. And if anybody wants to go to the Notre Dame Syracuse game, I've got 2 tickets up for free. I'm going to put something in the Patreon chat. So just let me know and I'll transfer them over.
That's fantastic. Mark, it's good to hear from you, buddy. I'm glad we're getting this thing started early tomorrow, and we're going to see what we're dealing with, and we could get it going, buddy. Anything on the way out?
That's all I got.
Oh, man, have a good one. I'm going to go call Sarah McLaughlin to check on that dog, but it's okay. Right. Have fun. See ya. Dude, I underestimated how much fun we would have when we started doing like the video thing. It just adds a whole nother dimension. Homer TD, are you going to the game? I know you're from out that way, and I think you live somewhere in Ohio out that way. Are you going to go to the game? I was going to text you later today. And my parents were asking that last night as well. We had dinner together. They were asking if I thought you were going to go to the game or not, or what the deal is here. Chicago's very own. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, all these guys with the hairlines today. Chicago's hairline creations.
I'm telling you what, man, we got some good-looking people on these videos. It's just not
my God. Yeah. Hey, your man from Philadelphia, that was a good call. He brought up a couple of things that, he's talking about bringing in some variation of the wing tee. And I'm here to tell you that Notre Dame doesn't have the offensive lineman or the quarterback to run of any variation of the wing tee. However, if you remember in the playoff game against against Penn State and Georgia last year, that's when they put more two-back systems in. So Aeneas Williams saw a lot of time, especially as a third down back. Now, if I was going to put a wrinkle in tomorrow, I would try and figure out a way to have that formation where it's like a heavy deuce backfield where they would have either Aeneas Williams or Jeremiah Love and Price in the same backfield like they did in the formations against Georgia and Penn State. He's shown those wrinkles because not only can you throw out of it in second and third down, but you can run out of it as well. And that's where they become really dangerous. So we'll see. But, last year we had a different quarterback, right? So I don't think you're going to see any variation of a wing team. I really don't. There might be some wrinkles. And sometimes I don't know why he doesn't use more of the tight end as a hybrid fullback where they kind of line them up in the backfield behind the, just adjacent to the tackle. We've seen that a couple of times because you can throw off of that as well. So, you know what, just dance with the girl that brung you. And when you got to put, if they're going to put that kind of pressure on Notre Dame, then you go play action and you burn them downfield. You know what I mean?
Yep, I'm with you. I do think it may be a thing where you do have to throw a little bit to open up the pass. Like if they're pretty stout against the run, bringing those linebackers down to the line of scrimmage. And if you're going to, I'm fine with that. Whatever you got to do. If you can loosen it up by throw it, let it fly, brother.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. So as far as tomorrow morning, I'm boycotting game day. I don't want any part of that. Forget about it. I don't want that. No, you know what I'm talking about. You imagine the nonsense they're going to be talking, and McAfee's going to take his shirt off and show his man tits. God love him. Whatever.
No. Tom, you know what it does, man? All it does is increase my anxiety and rage because I get mad at everything they're saying and they're pumping up the other team more than they should.
Yeah.
All it does is make my normal state of weirdness even more intense. I'm just going to show up when they kick off. I don't care what I say. I care how we play.
And I'll tell you, I've been doing this for a long time. And I would implore everybody to do this. If you're getting anxious and you watch that and you decide, you know what, I can't take these guys anymore. 1 hour before kickoff, you can stream the Notre Dame broadcast, the radio broadcast.
Yeah.
You can stream it, or if check your local affiliates. Actually, you can go to the Notre Dame website where it shows all the different cities that carries the Notre Dame broadcast. And I'm telling you, Tony Simeone and Ryan Harris, they belong on the NBC broadcast for my money. And so if you're looking to get jacked up and you want more of a Notre Dame centric vibe to the game, do yourselves a favor, check into these guys. And Ryan Harris gives a player's perspective, much like Goolsby does. He's wicked smart. Boy, does he know the game. I mean, the guy he was a Super Bowl champion. He played in the NFL for 10, 12 years. He knows the game and he knows Notre Dame. So I'd rather listen to those guys in a pregame than the mouthpieces on. I like Herb Street and Saban. I can stomach them, but the other guys I can't handle. You know.
It's the only game days I watch. If they're on Notre Dame's campus, because then it's Notre Dame tailored, and I want to see the people in the background that I know and their signs or whatever.
Oh, sure.
But like for the home ones, I'll watch it. Other than that, I don't need my anxiety and frustration cranked up anymore by them pumping up everybody we play. I will tune in at 11, watch us when it matters.
That's exactly right. And I seriously think I don't think Notre Dame is going to sleepwalk. I know that's been a concern. I don't think you're going to sleepwalk into the first quarter. I really believe Freeman's got guys ready to go. The team's ready to go. They know they have to take. They know what there's a certain optic. Notre Dame needs to deliver a knockout punch and deliver it as quickly as they can and send the message to the country that this is not the Notre Dame team of the first 2 weeks. And then once they dispose of Pitt tomorrow and they do it in a good fashion, then the Notre Dame hate will dial down for a little bit. It'll be like letting the air out of their so-called balloon. They'll figure out a way in a couple of weeks. Oh, look where they're playing. They got Syracuse and Stanford. Yeah, well, we're not playing Mercer either, and we're not playing FBS teams either. So, I'm just so sick and tired of those arguments. Take care of business tomorrow. And, like Lou Holtz used to say, if you win enough games, the poles and bowls take care of themselves.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. And I like that day window. Get it out of the way. Let's see what we're dealing with. And whether we're miserable or happy, at least we're going to know early in the day. You're not going to have to pace around all day. You're going to know what's going on. And if Notre Dame's able to win, man, what a great afternoon and evening slate of football to watch. Should be awesome.
I haven't looked forward to a game like this since the playoff games last year. This is the game. I'm looking so forward to this because of there is a Pitt Notre Dame rivalry, and there has been for a while. So
good history there.
You got to, there's a big history. So they got to go there, take care of business, and I'm anxious to see how many Notre Dame fans are going to be in that stadium tomorrow, because I know a lot of those people from Ohio and Western Pennsylvania, they're going to show up and be loud for the Irish. So I like the Irish tomorrow, like I said, 38-24, something like that, 38-21. Go Irish, Johnny. We'll talk to you later, brother.
Have a good one, Tom. Love you, buddy. That's actually where I was at, 38-24 on my prediction we did on the Patreon. That's about where I was at too. That's about right where I was at. Okay, let's keep it moving, and let's get Adam in before he gets kids off to school. Who else do I have here? I got Connor's coming up. Luke is coming up. We'll get Renee in at work. What's going on, Adam?
Good morning, John. How we doing, Bosco?
Fired up. I'm ready for this. The light at the end of the 10-2 tunnel is present. Everybody feels it. This feels like the last big hurdle. I'm just ready to get the ball kicked in the air and go get this damn game.
Absolutely. And I mean, I love listening to all the callers, coming in, especially that first guy. That was good first time call, and had a lot of good knowledge and some interesting takes on, the wing, like Tom was talking about or whatnot.
I think that guy could get like free meals at South Bend, saying he's Ian Book or something. Look at his hairline. You son of a buck. And maybe son of a book.
Not too bad. But I'll say this, man, we are all fired up. And the interesting thing that I've been listening to over the last, couple of days since I last talked to you was just how many people just around the country have been talking about, like, we just have to win this. We got to shut these people up, blah, 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 blah. Don't have the expectation that they will ever shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, who is it? The Kent Jacksons of the world, or whoever it is that's trolling, or this or that, or the people that,
well, the thing is, Adam,
are going to
there's
be
always a Notre Dame angle.
Yeah.
There's always a Notre Dame hate angle. So if you win your games, then they weren't tough enough opponents. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. If you have it in your heart that you hate Notre Dame, you're gonna find a way. Like, if you
they're gonna let it out.
If you have hate in your heart, let it out.
That's what everybody's doing. They're letting it out.
That's the thing, John. It's like you beat Georgia down in SEC country, and it still was, well, here come the excuses. We didn't have our starting quarterback. If we had Beck, it would have been, slaughter. If we had that defense from a couple years ago, we would have destroyed you. If this, if that. And it's like, it just doesn't matter. Like, you beat Penn State in a thriller, and they're like, well, if he just didn't throw that interception, it's like, you could do that all day on any game, any game. I mean, do you think that the Georgia fans are sitting there, saying it about Alabama? Like, well, if we didn't do this, we wouldn't have lost it in between the hedges. I mean, God, I would hope not. Just suck it up. You lost. It is what it is. But as far as like,
win. Everyone's
Exactly.
tuning into the noon window to see Notre Dame lose. It is the biggest game of that early slate. Everyone wants Notre Dame to lose so their team or their conference can get another person, another group
Yes.
into that spot we're occupying. I love the hate. It means that you matter. And the best thing you could do is win the game and piss everyone off the rest of the day. Let your actions speak louder than my dumb words fighting these people on Twitter all day.
It throws more chaos into the mix, is what it does, because it creates more uncertainty as to who is getting what. As of right now, in any poll, other than a couple, like I would say 5 to 10% of them that say, like, through this most chaotic, predicament, this could happen where Notre Dame gets kicked out even at 10-2, is if you had a whole slate of teams that were 10-2, and then they just figured we didn't have the strength of schedule or whatnot to compete with the other teams. But that's what they want. They want us to just get out of the way so that all these other teams can have that position. And I get it. If I was somebody, like whoever, a Utah fan or whoever it is, I'd want whoever is ahead of us to lose as well. But that's just the nature of the game. So bring it. It's all good. It actually, none of it matters, because the only thing that matters is the mindset of the kids that are going on the field and the coaches that are going on the field. That's the only thing that matters, because as long as they're dialed in, us fanatics, we can sit here and go back and forth all day long. We can go on to every little nook and cranny as to what's going to happen, this possibility, who would we play, are we going to get in the playoffs, how's it going to look? But the reality is that we just have to win. So what does that mean? That means that the players have to have that mindset. They have to be ready. And I agree with Tom, man. I don't think there's going to be any letdown. I don't think that this team is built that way. I don't think the coaching staff is built that way. I think they've gone through their growing pains through the Stanford, Marshalls, NIUs, and all that other stuff, and now here we are, and they are ready for the moment.
I think the moment matters, Adam. I think the moment matters. Like people have brought up to me like some sleepy day game performances by Notre Dame in the Freeman era or whatever, but like none of them are this late in the year with everything on the line with the playoff right there. Like it's a little different in early September when you're trying to figure out who you are, or you have a goofy, sleepy road trip somewhere no one cares about in September. This is different. This is a playoff entry game. Like, there's no way Notre Dame is not going to be prepared for the moment. They know what it is. They're going to be juiced for it, jacked for it. Pitt will be as well. Notre Dame's going to match it. We will not sleepwalk. It ain't on the menu. It ain't on the menu.
I totally agree completely. And as far as like the Pitt thing, you know what? They are, as everybody's been talking about, they're very strong up front. They have the linebackers. They stop the front. They're going to be going in 8 into the box. They're going to be trying to stop the run, the two-headed monster, whatever. Okay. Yep. And I agree with you, because I've been saying it since day one when this matchup came up. I was like, so throw the ball. Let them come up and beat them over the top. We finally have it.
That's
everything you were talking about. We finally have it, John.
The key difference. That's the key difference. Now Notre Dame has the ability to set up the run with the pass and be comfortable and confident doing it. That is a new feature of Notre Dame football that we have not had in the modern era lately.
Exactly. 100%. And it's so huge. And isn't it refreshing? I mean, just take a moment. How long have we been waiting for the combination of the two to happen? And with 2 NFL running backs that are in our backfield right now, and a future superstar, hopefully first rounder quarterback. And then you bring in, through the transfer portal, you bring in Miles Fields, you bring in these other people that can do this. You find a guy who is a lacrosse player, who is like Houdini out there. And it's just incredible. It's awesome to watch. But what I really wanted to focus in on an X factor, and I was hoping that this guy would get in, and you brought it up earlier. They're a little soft with the tight end coverage. Yep. And so, hey, Eli Reardon, you, me, and Goolsby talked about this in the off season, about someone we were looking forward to, in the coming up this year, that would explode, that could come up on the scene. And we were talking about how we were tight end you and all these different things, and we just haven't really had that component of it, that ingredient, put in yet this year. Where's Eli Reardon? I would love to get him, in the mix. I would love to get him a couple touchdowns, 6 or 7 receptions, like get him in the mix, and let's expose these guys on a different level they start crowding around the tight end. Bam, you go over the top down the field, or you hit them on the run. I mean, whatever. But we have a multitude of ways to beat Pitt. It's just, I know it in our heart that we're going to be able to do this. I know we're going to be able to do this. It's just more of the fact of how we're going to do it. So I'm going a little big here. I'm going 38-17 because I feel like that's what we're capable of and that's what we can and should do.
Ooh.
I understand they got that 18-year-old. I understand it, but they have not met this kind of defense. Look through their schedule. Great. Congratulations. You beat Boston College. So did we, sort of. You beat Florida State on a down year once again. You beat like these other teams. It's like you're number 3 in the country on the run because why? Because of who you were playing. Your strength of schedule is what? 91st. That means there's 90 teams ahead of you that had a tougher road. Out of what? 136? That's not good. So now you're going to be going against Notre Dame, and where we're on a 30-13 and all these different things. It's like, hey, we got this. So just show up, do what we need to do. I would love for them to open it up a little bit more with the passing game, get Reardon involved, and just make it happen. So 38-17.
Man, I love that. That's a good call there. And Adam, I'll be looking for you on the post-game show, and I want you to have that energy in your voice that you usually do after a win on the post-game. I'm going to look for you, and I'm hoping we're going to have that vibe. But it's going to be awesome. There's a lot on the line. Notre Dame matters in November. You're playing for everything. This is what we love about the sport, and Notre Dame's in position to make something good happen again. Let's get it, buddy. Enjoy your Friday.
Definitely.
Get them kids to school, and I'll talk to you tomorrow on the post game.
Hey, will do. And by the way, your video on the BK deal was incredible. That was a fantastic depiction of all the different nuances of what's going on with the BK thing. And I think it's the best video out there. If you want to know what's happening, watch that video, and that'll tell you everything that you need to know. But just beautiful.
What a mess. What a mess. I'm just glad it's not my problem. Adam, have a good
100%.
one, buddy. We'll talk
Take care,
to you.
brother.
California dreaming, baby. California dreaming. Not Ronald McDonald. I'm wondering if that is Ronald McDonald that I blocked in the summer and then forgot about, to be honest. I wonder if that's him and he's come back. All right, let's try Luke again. And then Connor's got an interesting backdrop there. I'm gonna see what's up with that. Look at this. Brendan. $2 hour. How are we feeling about kicking? Horrible. Like you made 7 for 7 on extra points last week, but if I need you to make a field goal, I feel horrible. How's that for an answer? 4th and short, goal line. I don't feel as bad as I do about kicking as I do about those, but it's still a little iffy. That's how I feel. But the kicking, field goals, are you kidding me? Playoffs, you kidding me? Luke and Connor coming up. Luke, I see myself in the picture. What's going on?
Hey, John, can you hear me?
I can. You're good to go.
Right on. So one thing I'm kind of expecting to see tomorrow is a lot of defensive penalties early, especially with the refs that we're getting in the style of offense that Pitt likes to run. But one thing I think is important to watch for, and Freeman harped a lot on it last season, is winning the middle of the game. So, winning the last half of the second quarter and making your adjustments at halftime and coming out and punching them right in the mouth early in the second half. I feel like we haven't seen that a lot this year, but I feel like we're peaking at the right time.
Yep.
Assuming that our kicking game can continue to trend the way that it's going, and hopefully we don't have to kick a lot of field goals tomorrow. But eliminate the mistakes there and keep that going.
Yeah, man, dude, I really do. It feels to me like this team is starting to kind of really peak towards the end of the season, which is what you want. Some teams fade in November, some teams rise in November. And I kind of thought, Navy, you just want to get a win and move on and forget about it because of how goofy the gameplay is against them. But I actually left that game feeling like there was way more things Notre Dame could carry over momentum-wise than I thought. Like no penalties, the big blowout. There's an energy even to getting your backups that much reps, and everybody happy to see them play, and Aeneas Williams score, and see Kenny do some things. Like, there was a lot of good that you could take to this, and I just feel like Notre Dame's got the momentum. They know what's on the line. They feel good about themselves, and I feel pretty damn good entering tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I think Navy, from a defensive perspective, was a great game just because of how unique their offense is, that most teams in the country don't get to experience a game like that. And you can learn a lot defensively from preparing and playing in a game and growing in a game like that. So I think that could pay some pretty good dividends, in the postseason if we get there. But yeah, I'm super excited about tomorrow. I'm not going to give you a score. I'm not smart enough for that. But as long as Notre Dame's got more points when there's all zeros on the board.
Yeah, it is. Man, you got this is just such a big moment. The fact that Notre Dame's so close to achieving this unlikely goal of winning out after the first two and getting in the playoff, it has me on edge. And I know you're capable. I just need you to deliver, right? There's no part of me that's like, I don't know if Notre Dame can handle Pitt tomorrow. It's not that. It's the matter of doing it and delivering when it matters the most. I know they can. I need them too. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't want to look ahead to the playoffs, but, think about this potential scenario where we host Georgia Tech, on the anniversary of Rudy playing Georgia Tech. I mean, how sweet would that be? Just as far as an energy perspective to get involved in that kind of game would be awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yep. And I don't know, man. I'm trying not to look too far ahead with any of these playoff scenarios or who you would match up against, because I still think there's going to be movement there. It's just more of a matter of you're in a good position now and you just need to keep winning. Like, I'm keeping it that simple for now,
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Anything else on your mind, bro? Thanks for jumping in.
No, thanks for everything you do. Go Irish.
No problem. I love doing this, and I like that's a good picture there. The whole crew, always Irish Senior there. I'm there. Say a prayer for me, Pat says. I got to go climb on my roof, John. Pat's got a big old classic style house, and that roof is high. That roof is high, Pat. You need a safety rope or something. If I never hear from you again, I'm gonna know you slid off that roof, bro. I don't like that. Philly, you missed a lot. We're having a good time today. We had a male model call in on the first call in. Go look at it and you'll see what we mean. That guy's hairline makes unbelievable. That guy's hairline makes Sam Hartman think he's bald. Unbelievable hairline on that guy. He's got a good voice for radio too. Way better than mine. It's just too bad you guys are stuck with me. Connor, welcome to the show, buddy. What's going on? Good morning.
What's happening, man? Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, everything's great, man. I
Nice,
like that
dude.
setup. We still got a little Halloween stuff there.
Yeah. We're still in Halloween mode down here.
I like that. I'm getting distracted by the blinking lights. And then what do we have? Classic vintage records there in the bottom?
Oh,
What
we
are
got a little bit of
working with?
everything down here. Yeah. We
I
got
like that.
Notre Dame stuff all on the other side, but I'm a Steelers fan. I'm 15 minutes from the stadium, actually. And I've been raised by my grandpa as a Notre Dame fan. So I've had battles for my entire life with Pitt fans. And I'm excited to go watch the game, tailgate with them, and talk smack the entire time because I think Notre Dame's going to come through and whoop some ass.
Man, and so what's giving you that confidence? Like, more than just we want it and we need it, right? So is it you feel like Carr's going to be able to throw to open up the pass? Do you feel like Notre Dame's going to jump their young quarterback's bones and he hasn't seen a defense like ours yet? Like, what's framing that confidence?
Well, I think all of Pitt fans have convinced themselves that Notre Dame can only run the ball, and that's fine. Go ahead, load the box. CJ will throw for 300. Get Love spread out. Get him 5 catches for 60 yards. Just keep the chains moving and get Eli involved. Last week, we didn't really need him to be involved, but I need to see him get 60 yards. Get him in the end zone for once. I mean, my buddy's a big Pitt fan who I'll be going with, and he said if any week is the week to get your tight end going, it's this week.
Yep.
They play a lot of man, so they're very vulnerable. And if we get up ahead of them, I see Mason forcing balls. He already does that already.
Yep.
He's a young kid, and it's going to be 60% Notre Dame fans here. It's a lot of Notre Dame fans around the Pittsburgh area, and they can drive from Ohio. They're everywhere, and that's the only time they sell out this stadium. So I'm excited to see a lot of green there.
Yeah, it is. The environment is not really something I'm that concerned about. This is
even
not
with game day. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a night game at Penn State. It's not Texas A&M. It isn't that, and it's in. And I'm not worried about that at all. The noon start doesn't bother me. Notre Dame's going to be ready. You have so much on the line. They're not going to sleepwalk. You just need to get this game going and play your game. Play good, solid football. I'm confident, man. Notre Dame is. I could see them. Dude, Heinzel, he'll throw you the ball, and he's got some fumbling concerns too. The guy has turned the ball over a lot, even though they've won all those games. If Notre Dame's athletes could get after him, he will throw you the ball or put it on the ground. Get after the kid.
Get after him. And we need Boubacar. I'm glad he took a week off. He's rested. He's ready. I'm not sure if Heinisch is fully cleared, but we need to get them, after the quarterback. And I'm not too worried about Pitt running the ball. And if we get up ahead, Narduzzi might take all the starters out in the second half and just look forward to Georgia Tech.
I'm telling you, man.
I can see them quitting.
You're the second guy that's brought that up. Like, does he really have that in him to be like, we need to really look at our only angle to the playoff then, which is the ACC? And
I don't think he'd forfeit that, but I don't think he'd forfeit like that, but it would just be so funny to see because, of what he said in his press conference, but they're going to be ready. And if we come out and we're up 17 at half, I think then it's just, we're going to steamroll them. And then, points we're just going to light up the scoreboard.
Man,
but they could also get up ahead and the crowd might get into it, but I'm not too worried about that. So we just need Mason to make mistakes and, freshman mistakes, and CJ's a freshman too. So, but he's been good on the road. Besides that Miami game, I mean, let's just play ball. I'm ready. I'm getting up at 8 a.m. to tailgate. I'm ready to go to bed now just so I can get to tomorrow quicker.
Yeah, I'm really glad that game's going to get started. Kent says, hey, John, Carr's going to throw an interception also. Let's not be one-sided. He has not thrown. He has not.
If he throws an interception, it's basically a punt because all he does is throw 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, but he has not had the same turnover issues as the quarterback we're facing. It's totally fair for me to point out that one has protected the ball well recently and the other's put it in trouble. That's not biased. That's what the numbers show. There's no evidence that CJ averages a interception and a half a game. I know I can expect it. I expect him to take care of the ball. Damn it.
Yep. Just got to get ahead. If we can stay ahead. We've given up 21 points in the second half of the last 7 games. Yeah. I mean, we're a great second half team since the Purdue game. And I need the offense to score first. I can't have Pitt go up 10-0 and get the crowd into it. So I hope we get the ball first and shut them up. Big play, start the game off, go deep. They're going to try to stop the run. And I can also see Marcus being like, we're going to beat you on the line of scrimmage, like we did with Miami, and just get nothing for the first 4 drives. Yeah. So I'm a little worried, but once the kickoff starts, my nerves will be at ease.
But man, I think what you said about trying to run it into a wall, you're determined you're going to run the ball, and they're bringing so many guys that they have more numbers than you. Here's the issue. In the old days, that was all Notre Dame had. And then on 3rd and 8, when you get nothing, you throw it to the tight end over the middle and hope he can catch the first down.
We've got some guys now.
You got options now. You're not just needing to run it into a wall and you don't have anything. You can throw to open up the run if you need to now.
Exactly. Yep.
And you have a quarterback and some receivers now that you trust to do that. I believe they won't just bang their head against the wall. If they could throw it and do it, they will.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eli needs to get going. I think we'll be fine. I just need to see the defense really, step up. I need 2 picks at least. Leonard
like
Moore
that.
gets a pick every 10% of the throws thrown his way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I like it a lot.
we're ready. We're ready, and this is a must win. Who needs it more? We do. So whoever needs it more is going to come out on top.
Yeah, this is man, but this is fun. This is what we do this all for, even in the summer when we're stressing out. What if this? What if that? Like, it all is for this moment with everything on the line, your playoff dreams on the line, everyone in the country watching the game, rooting against you. This is peak Notre Dame football where it matters and what you do moves the needle nationally. This is what it's all about and is why I'm all fired up today.
Yeah, baby. Let's go. I'm ready for it. I got 42-17 Irish. They run away with it in the second half. I need Eli 50 yards to win $400. Go Irish. Hey, have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy the game. Love you.
I like it, man. Thank you. Great first call. Hey, we've had some hella good callers here on the first go around, man. Really, really good callers. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. The main man, what's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, John, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, man. Just having to fill up my silo full of tortillas. My silo full of tortillas. See what I mean? So,
Man,
so-
I just...
That's what's going to happen to Pitt. A few hits, brother, from the Flying Samoans. My boy, my Toco right there, Junior. Bubakar Terry get hit with the defense hard like that and gonna drive and get the ass filled with a little bit of ND. Yeah. What's up, baby? What's up, Johnny? Yeah, let me tell you, sorry. I gotta turn the camera around.
Good morning, man. How's the work site today?
It's good. It's easy, man. Just kicking a whole lot of ass. Just kicking a whole lot of ass, brother. Taking it easy.
What's
Go
your
ahead.
confidence level for tomorrow?
You know what, man? I'm actually glad that Narducci kind of pumped it up, man. Get his guys pumped up and have them come out electric, man. And then, that they're ranked up, that they're trending up. That's good for us. You know what I mean? The thing is that they're gonna. Adam said it best. They talk about the SEC and us beating freaking Georgia in their own backyard, and they would love to get this win. Pittsburgh would love to get this win, but I think we're just too talented, man. I think we're just too good. The defense, I think, is trending up. What's his name? Andrew Gilmore said it best the other day. Sorry, I have to shut my forklift off. Andrew said it best that there was the ceiling for this defense is finally set at where it needs to be. You know what I mean? And I think they're finding their identity, and that's okay if they load up 8 in the box. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna do the same, man. And I think it is gonna be a passing day. I think if Jeremiah wins the Heisman, he's got to get 1,000 receiving yards, and I think he's got 200, 300, 400, something like that.
Yeah, man, dude, there's a lot of angles tomorrow, depending on what Pitt wants to do. I could see a couple dump-off passes off the blitz, take advantage of Pitt to Lover Price and let them run with it. Those wheel routes with the running backs, there's a lot of things you could do if they just want to stop the traditional run.
Yeah, exactly. A little off-tackle fakes. You mean Tom was right? A little off-tackle play action, bootlegging it up. Let tight end just flare out, the little arrow route, or just hit the tight end where he holds and blocks and escapes right there towards the middle as they come bring their linebackers, dump right off the middle, and there you go, off to the races. You know what I mean? But I think my confidence level is high, especially because of our defense. I think that kid's gonna get rattled. You know what I mean? He's playing good talent. Like I said, man, they're college football players, man. They really are. I don't dislike the players because I coached. I dislike the fans. You know what I mean? They make me dislike the programs because I bounced out of Utah sports bar, man, for 10 years, and the shit that they would say and the thing that they wanted to file Kyle Whittingham every year, but that's right now I think he's the longest active tenured winningest coach. And Kyle's a good guy. I've met him a few times. He's helped me get some kids into camp and recruited some of our players when I was coaching. But that's why I dislike the fans. But um, everything that everybody's saying out there, man. They really just want us to what's he doing? They really want us just to fall. Everybody loves to, you know, everybody loves to take a shot at us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I lost my train of thought because this dickhead. Hey, anyways, John, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm excited. I think there's been some very good points from everybody, but just you know what I mean. Ultimately, like I said, Irish Cubby, I've had disagreements with him in the chat. He's right. Um, you guys, CJ Carr needs to bring out his A game. That's the one thing that I do worry about the kid. He's made crucial mistakes in big games, and that's true with the interception in Miami, the clapping against uh, uh, Texas A&M, and I mean against SC. I mean something. So now he's a little bit more into the season, and the offense trusts him and all that stuff. His players trust him. There you go. Sorry, man. This angle
There it
is
is.
weird. There it is.
There it
Hey,
is.
oh yeah. Well, we're gonna spray paint this weekend. Next time you guys see me, it'll be Golden Dome with blue, man. You guys talked me into it. But Johnny, I feel good about it. If you want my score prediction, let's go because of our kicking. Let's go 31-17. Let's go
I love it.
31-17.
I
All right,
love it.
buddy.
Hey,
Hey.
have a safe day at the work site, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
3,000 pounds. Hey, it's Rocky right here, baby. Ain't no brotherly love here. I love you guys, Johnny. Onward Notre Dame.
Have a good one. And then the Matador says, in honor of the main man, Su Pincha Madre Narduzzi. You know what I have to say to that?
I can't understand you.
I don't know what that means.
I can't understand you.
How about this call? The name you type in, it says Cotter from his roof. Wait a second. Why isn't it showing, Pat? You have Pat? There you are. What's up?
What's going on?
Why are you on the roof? Are you putting up Christmas lights?
No, I'm remodeling the bathroom and I got to put a new vent in for the fart fan.
Dude, I do not want your demise to be live streamed. I hope you got a bungee tied. You got Lauren up there too?
I don't know why she came up here.
Hey, it's a nice day to get some sun on the roof.
Yeah. Like, I want people to understand how high this is.
Yeah, dude, your house is very large, and the basement scares the hell out of me, by the way.
It does everyone.
Yeah. I don't want to know about 200 years ago. I don't want to know what happened in that basement. I got an idea, and it's not very good.
I can't. The house is only 130 years old, John.
There you go. So, Pat, what do you think of this? What do you think of this tomorrow, man? Are you feeling confident that the guys know what's on the line? They're going to deliver. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Freeman will have them ready. I think they cover.
And that's all you need. That's a good day. That's all you need.
I think they cover. I think Pitt at the end of the day is a paper tiger.
Yeah, it's do you think they're going to rattle that young quarterback, 18 years old, feeling himself a little bit, puts the ball in danger? You think they could get after him?
I mean, as always, it comes down to can you get after the quarterback? Can you rush the quarterback? So if you can get any sort of rush on him, we'll see how good a freshman quarterback is. If not, per Notre Dame usual, he might pick us apart all day with the way our secondary plays man-to-man.
Yeah, and with Gray coming back too, it's like, dude, is he going to grab and get a bunch of interference calls? Is he going to get burned? Or is he going to save the game and get a couple interceptions? You just quite aren't always sure what you're going to get there.
No, yeah, you're not. But I like the early start, and just as it is an early start, get off to a quick start and get points early, make a couple defensive stands, just to assert your dominance early on.
You ain't got that Wi-Fi hooked up on the roof.
Did I lose you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, I'm in and out of signal. The Wi-Fi is 2 levels below me, so
yeah.
Oh, there's a good shot of my wife.
Jesus, I didn't hear the rest of that, and I think I'm glad it cut out. I don't think I wanted to hear it. We got not Ronald McDonald says we got people calling in from the job site, the bathroom, and on top of a roof. What else? Somebody going to call from jail next week?
If we lose tomorrow, we might have someone calling you from jail.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, all right, I'll let you go, brother. Have a good day.
All right, don't fall off that roof, please. That's the last text I want to get when I get done with this show. The skate rat. What's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, John?
What's going on?
And not much. Back is feeling better. Still not there yet.
Oh, I think if Notre Dame wins tomorrow, you need to do a double ollie backflip, bro.
You know what? I'll do it after Notre Dame makes the playoffs, and if there's some dry ground in front of touchdown Jesus.
Yeah, I like that. So how are you feeling, man? You feeling any different than the other day? What's your confidence level in Notre Dame to get this done?
80%. I think Notre Dame wins by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that would cover the spread and be a little comfortable margin there.
It won't be as close as the score indicates. And here's one thing a lot of people don't know. Pittsburgh's offensive line, 24 sacks given up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not cutting against Notre Dame. You're not beating Notre Dame with that. And that new quarterback has been sacked 16 times.
You were absolutely correct. The O-line has not been what has made their offense work. That quarterback is the engine, and he does have a few receivers that are nifty that could burn you. Like, there are a couple good targets there. They got a running back or two that people respect, but the O-line itself is not very good for Pitt. You're right.
Pretty much. But yeah, I think this could be – I could be wrong. Hoping it happens, but this is Jeremiah Love's last chance to make a statement to at least get to New York City with a shot at the Heisman. Although he probably won't win it, but at least a trip to New York City would be nice. And he can definitely win the Doak Walker Award with this game.
Yeah, it's a big moment, man. It's a big moment. And I really do think, I want Love and Price to have a good game. But I think if Notre Dame wins, Carr's over 300 yards passing. I think this is a game where he's going to be able to take some shots, and you'll be able to take advantage of some of the pressure and have some blitz beaters. The tight end over the middle is going to be open. I think Carr is going to throw for over 300.
Will he be able to do it? There's one thing that does get me questioning. I saw rain on the forecast for Saturday at the game.
So did I. Notre Dame's getting used to some of these bad weather games. And hey, CJ Carr proved he could throw in rain, sleet, and snow last week. So what the hell? Give it to me.
Definitely. And like I said, you're not going to be able to just throw the ball in the rainy weather. You got to be able to run it, and Notre Dame runs better.
Yeah, but man, this is such a big moment. I believe Notre Dame's going to be ready. There's no way they sleep, skate rat. There's no way they sleepwalk into this.
No, there's no way. This ain't the Brian Kelly days. And I actually wonder. Pat Narduzzi, he's been at Pittsburgh for 10 years and only one 10 wins, only one season where he went over double-digit wins. How the hell does he still have a job at Pittsburgh? I don't understand. If he was anywhere else, he'd get fired year 4.
I don't know, because it's Pitt. What? I'm not trying to be rude, but what are the actual standards up for Pitt? What are the realistic expectations year in and year out for Pitt?
It's almost like the Sparty that's won a natty.
Yeah, I don't know. And by the way, I've heard Brian Kelly's name come up for the Michigan State job. I've heard that 2 different times in the last day. I've heard somebody say they heard that Michigan State's showing a little interest in Kelly.
But there's a problem. Kelly doesn't want to play Michigan. So I don't think he's going to take the Michigan State job unless they take Michigan off the schedule, and they can't do that. And we all know Michigan being taken off the schedule, to me, I personally think that was Brian Kelly's doing more than the universities. I didn't agree with that. I never did.
A part of me wonders if Brian Kelly would think the Michigan State job is below him in some way, not as prestigious as LSU or Notre Dame. A part of me wonders that. So I don't know.
He's not a good big game coach, so he's probably a better fit whether he likes it or not at Michigan State. Because Michigan State, they don't demand anything. All they care is if he beat Michigan.
Yeah, it is. It's so I don't know, man. I am ready to get it going. I'm ready to get it kicked off. The energy is good. The vibes are good. I feel like Notre Dame's trending up. I'm ready for this ball game. I want to see them white jerseys and gold helmets running around out there. And this is a big one, and I'm ready for it. What's your prediction again?
Notre Dame by 2 touchdowns. I was going to say 24-10 or 28-14, but I might just up that to 31-17 or something like that, depending on the weather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that, man. I hope we could get it done. Hey, join me on the post-game show. Thanks for the donation today.
Anytime, man. Let's go Irish.
Later, rat. I feel like Rick James would be funding out. Yeah, if you live to tell about it, like you just never know. It sounds like it would be fun. It's just a matter of like, are you going to be alive? Are you going to be alive after it? Because you're going to have a lot of
drugs and alcohol.
I'm just unwinding. I'm just getting started. Oh man, this is oh boy. I just hope we come on the post-game show and we all say
great success.
It's a very nice.
That's what I need to happen, you guys. This is what's the deal with this Reddit thing again? It is r/Notre Dame football. It's a big Reddit community. They have like 30, 40,000 people. They asked me to do an Ask Me Anything from 4 to 6 Central. I'm logging on. They have a thread where people just ask me questions about my brand, about the football, whatever it is, like my whatever. And they just ask questions. And then I just get on there, log on there and answer them. I just type out the answers. So there's a thread going already on that big Notre Dame website. It's r/Notre Dame football. And people are asking questions. I get on there live and respond to them. So it's going to be a fun way to meet some new people. And it should be a good time. And what the hell else am I going to do on the Friday before this game? I'm just thinking about Notre Dame. I may as well be productive and find a new group of people that love Notre Dame to interact with. All right, you guys, that's going to be it. I got everybody on that wanted to be on. I'm all worked up. I'm going to go to the gym, work off some energy, and we're going to get it going. And then again tonight, I believe Oregon plays tonight. Isn't it Oregon, Minnesota? So yeah, I will post the link on the Patreon chat so you guys could hop in there. I believe it's Oregon, Minnesota. I know nobody thinks that much of Minnesota, but like, I'm just telling you, sometimes goofy things happen on these Friday night games. Isn't that where Louisville clipped Miami on a Friday night? Weird things happen on a Friday night. So I don't know, if you want to watch a good team play with some interest, you're going to have Oregon tonight. So, I love this community. You guys are amazing. I love all the support. I love the growth. I love the energy. Thank you guys for being a part of this. All the callers did a fantastic job today. And I love getting new people in. I love the new people feeling comfortable, coming on, showing us their setup. Like, this is a really good community. I owe it all to you guys. Thank you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you on the post-game show. For better or worse, it's going to be better. Let's get this win.